All right, today is back day. That's all I gotta say. Let's get to it.
The party.
Yeah, buddy! Lightweight! Lightweight, baby! Yeah, buddy! Yeah! All right, so in all seriousness, this is the second day of the deload. Today we're going to be going about, I'd say 75 to 80% in. And we're going to do 3 sets. So yeah, I mean, almost normal. We are going to leave like 1 to 2 reps out of our system. So we're not going to go to failure yet. We are going to go to failure, I think, tomorrow. So look forward to that. Oh, wait. I forgot we're deloading. Okay, whatever. At least this is the first one. I completely forgot we're deloading. I sometimes get in the zone so much that okay. I don't know how much to play. But I didn't go to failure there either way. We're doing pretty good. Let's hit T-bars. And then we'll superset it with what do we usually do? We'll go towards what we did squats last time. Alright. This is funny because this is the only thing I found that could be a platform. It's pretty high. But you know, Arno used to do it like on a bench, so we're good. Let me just do it free weight, so without weights, to see how sturdy this thing is. The only thing is that, no, we're gonna have to, because or else that thing's gonna be in the way. So at first, this looks dumb because I have no weights, but so that I can have a deeper stretch. All right, so if I put it down, no, it has to be closer. Yeah, not bad. That's pretty good. Let's get some dumbbells. Let's do it this way. That bar's blocking me. That's with about 50% of the max weight that I use, because I usually do 40 pounds with that, doing these. 10% of 40 is 4. If that's 20%, that's 8. So it'll be 32 pounds. That means we'll get a 30 pound for this. Yeah. So I'm still not 100% recovered because despite not doing 100% of what I usually do, I am getting a bit tired of just doing 75%. Now, I can make a counter argument, but I don't know if this is true because I'm still doing the same amount of reps. So I'm not progressive overloading right now, and I'm doing 80% of the max weight. Yeah, no, that actually does not make sense because if I'm doing 80% of the max weight, ideally that would be the last set, but I'm doing the same reps. No, that doesn't make sense. Let's drop it then. No, I was doing that wrong. Doing, but the dumbbells, no, that didn't really make sense. Some sucks. still trying to figure out. This is day 2 with the deload. I'm still trying to figure out how my weight should be relative to what. Because the thing is that it's like what I explained there. If I increase it more, I can't do the same reps with as a start. Maybe if I meet right in the middle, that'd be good. Because usually you're supposed to do 75 to 80%. Maybe that means more in terms of intensity. So if it's intensity, that would have to be mixed between a weight and the reps. So it'd have to be moderate reps. Because I'm not progressive overloading. Tomorrow is when we do that with full intensity. Here's our underhand lat pull down. I've always done this since like day 1. It's pretty good. You're not getting such a wide stretch compared to a regular uh, lat pull down, but I think it mixes between definition and mass. Works well for me. I'm trying to do this in my head because I realized that we were doing this sort of thing yesterday, which we were supposed to do lighter. Second day of deload. Supposedly the intensity go up, the weight should go up slightly, but I can't keep the reps the same. So I'm deciding for the last set to increase weight, but lower a bit the reps. I'm leaving about 1 to 2 reps out. Next, I was figuring I couldn't really find a thing to insert a bar. So I think we'll go to the squat bar over there. I'll do less reps because you have to compensate for 75 to 80%. So I'll do 12 reps. Yeah, that's 12 reps. Oh wait, I always do these with yeah, but I'm not gonna. This is why sometimes I like to do sitting yoga. They have the little platform, but I can just buy that off of Walmart. Yeah, I always like to keep myself elevated. This thing. You just get a better stretch that way. Yeah, doing it like this doesn't. I mean, you feel it, but yeah. The thing is, I mean, I've said this several times, but especially with T-bars, think about it. There's 2 things that you're doing. If you hold this thing and you're bringing it inwards, you're contracting. So you're flexing like it's like if you're prepping for a lat sprint. You're doing the same thing, but that's mostly building more definition towards your upper back or overall back. But if you allow stretches, it allows width, which is what I mean. If you're bulky, you want mass, which is width. So doing it without a platform, you get contractions the same, but stretches are not the same. If you're highly elevated, this can drop lower, so you have to reach more. If you reach more, it's harder. Let's do back extensions. And yeah, that's it. I usually do these last because it gives enough room. It's a bit more strength, but we're doing a deload either way, so we're not going crazy either way. All right, so today was 80% of the workload that we do. Okay, let's take this off. I don't know how this will look. Okay, so, you know what's funny? Because we're deloading, like, it's hard for my mentality to stick through with like 80%, which I need to, because that's what it's about. I've been always used to, from day one, to just failure, like training failure to failure to failure, that if I do less, it's weird for me. And like another mentality like steeps in, which is more of a misconception on my end. If I'm doing 80% of the workload, I should still see it as a long-term thing of like still pushing it and feeling it, which I sort of was, but like let's say at the back extensions, which I don't know if it was recording, because when I checked I was like, oh shit, I don't think that was recording. I don't think it was, unfortunately, but on there, at the end I was like, no, I'm 80%, I need to do it like that, like it's just how it is, and I have to stick to it like this, and then tomorrow I go full out. Here's the thing, tomorrow, we're doing back. I'm probably gonna deal with my sister because I want someone to force myself to go harder because I'm supposed to go to 100%, and I want to make sure that I go back to what I was doing fully. But yeah, that's it for now. We'll go to the car. Damn. So yeah, I need it's my first time deloading, and I just gotta get in with it. I need to get used to that next time I deload. I'm just not used to intentionally taking it easier. So, because the thing is for me, like, I'm a big believer of, like, I'm a bit black and white. Like, that's why old school really works for me. I think, I mean, if you guys watched the first video I did, you can kind of tell I'm not I'm not science really that much. I'm very old school. I believe, like, if you're gonna go to the gym, go hard with intensity. I mean, that's what it's about. But I gotta get used to, like, whatever I'm doing, whether it's deloading, intentionally taking it less intense than usual, that I do the full contractions and stretches on those lighter intensity moments, if that makes sense. So here's the thing: if you're gonna work out, do the workout, right? Now, I'm not particularly saying that I'm not doing the workout. I just mean, like, for me, if I'm doing 75%, I need to make sure that I'm doing that and I'm feeling all those stretches and contractions with the 75%. That way I can effectively hit while also gradually increasing. Now, God, it's just weird for me. I don't like doing this because I think for me, like, this is my opinion. This isn't a fact or anything. To be honest, I think a lot of stuff that I say are just opinions. But for me, when everything is too molecular, like when everything is too micro effective, I think it's too complex. And therefore, it's not as effective. If that makes sense. Like, so the fact of these things of going adequately to 80% to 75% to 60%, I'm just trying this out, right? I'm not doing this because I'm losing muscle mass. In fact, I'm increasing a bit in muscle mass, but I'm trying to see if this can increase my muscle mass rate a bit more. It's just curiosity. I've never done this before. I've only been working out since September 2024. It hasn't even been a year yet, and all this stuff is new to me. So, and I think a lot of people who've been doing it for years will probably be like, look at me like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know, right? This is my first time. But what I do believe is that if I'm going to be doing this, and if this works, if I'm doing 75% or 80%, I need to feel all the stretches and contractions. There obviously were moments that I did feel that. But I feel like, because that's the way how I am. If I'm going to be doing any workout, I need to do that almost all the time. I'm not trying to say that I'm trying to be perfect, but I'm trying to be as effective as possible. That's what I mean. I'm not trying to be perfect. In fact, I want to stay away from that. Perfection is not what makes you better. Being effective is what makes you better. So regardless of what mood or regardless of what circumstance, you're effective on whatever workout you're doing, whether it's with lower intensity or whether it's with higher intensity, regardless of your reason. So for right now, I feel like I could have been more effective doing all of them. But yeah, that's for next time. Either way, tomorrow we're going back to usual. We're doing full intensity. I definitely want to do, because tomorrow I'm doing leg day. Tomorrow I definitely want to do it with my sister, because I definitely need someone to push me hard and also to spot me. Because I feel, now, as I said before, today, unfortunately, I just realized after 3 workouts that it doesn't make sense to increase weight and do the same reps. I realized that during the several workouts, because if you think about it, I'm actually doing probably even more than what I was doing before, because I'm doing 80% of my max weight with, like, doing the rep count of a first set of my progressive overload normally. So that doesn't make sense. Because I think when I progressive overload, like, let me give you an example. If I do, let's say a lat pull downs, okay? My max weight is 140 pounds. However, I do 3 sets. Or, no, I do 4 sets. I start off with a 90. I go to 110. When I do 90 pounds, I do somewhere around 15 reps. I drop it to 12, I drop it to 10, and I drop it to 8. I was doing lat pull downs. Now I was doing lighter, but I was about to do them with like 100 pounds, doing 15 reps. And I mean, I'm doing 12 reps with 110, and I'm trying to do 15 reps. Like, you see, it's like that doesn't make sense. So that's where I realized a bit too late. Maybe that's why I was a bit tired out. Either way, what I'm gonna try to do today is give myself, because I didn't sleep the best last night, which isn't good. In deloading, you should sleep well. But that was on my end. That is my fault. I just stood up late. But today I'm gonna try to sleep earlier. That way tomorrow I have way more energy to do my leg day with squats and go full out, like 100%. Like tomorrow, here's the thing, tomorrow I'm going to 100%. Like there is absolutely no room. Now, there is no such thing as 100%, right? Because when you're going to failure, every single time that you think that you can't do it, you probably have like 3 reps more that you can push out. But what I mean is, like, by 100%, or let's say to keep it simple, 90% or 95%, which is what I've been always doing. Going to failure where I can't push, right? But tomorrow I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, I can't push, right? And I can't. The next day, which would be tomorrow is tomorrow's Tuesday. Okay, so on Wednesday, which is in 2 days, from where I'm recording right now, I'm going to do chest. Okay. Damn, I missed doing chest. Should I do chest again? It's just that I don't know. The day that I got sick with the flu, I couldn't push as hard as usual. Should I do chest tomorrow instead of legs? My legs are lacking, but chest is something that's my goal. No. We'll do chest tomorrow. I want to do legs, but like the goal of my bulk right now, and I said it, is to really increase my size of my pectoral muscles. So I mean, I should hit chest tomorrow, especially I'm going to failure. Okay, no, fuck it. No, tomorrow we're gonna do arms. I mean, chest. Yeah, we're gonna do chest, and then on Wednesday we'll do legs. And on that day, on that fucking day, on Wednesday, in 2 days, I'm gonna be fucking balls to the wall. I'm gonna go with my sister. I'm gonna have her help me, like, do partials to like beyond failure. And yeah, now I also researched, because I said this yesterday, that I was probably gonna do a Tom Platz. What I heard from Tom Platz is that Tom did a lot of high weights with high reps during his cut, because that was his cardio. So apparently, you guys, if you know Tom Platz has very unorthodox beliefs when it comes to bodybuilding. One of those beliefs is that he thinks that the best way to lose body fat is not doing running in traditional sense with cardio, but his way of cardio is by doing high intensity squats with like high fucking reps. Like, I mean, I'm talking about like 30 reps, 40 reps with a lot of sets. So I'm not going to be doing that, because I'm not trying to lose body fat. I'm actually trying to preserve body fat and trying to increase in body fat to keep myself as beefy and mass. So we'll save that for the cut. However, when it comes to intensity, I do want to do that on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I will increase the weight by a squat, let's say 5 to 10 pounds, and I'll squeeze out 2 reps that I can't do with someone else. I mean, I can't do by myself, but I can only do it with someone else, which will be my sister. So we'll do that. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm about to get to my house, but yeah, I gotta get used to it. Tomorrow we're going back to usual, so it's like nothing really much happened. I'll see you guys in the chest day.